Okay, so it's late. I'm gonna be making a beat, and I'm gonna be talking about why GTA San Andreas is the best GTA game ever. All right, people have been saying, "Oh, GTA 5 is the best one. Vice City is the best one." It's not a controversial opinion that I have. It's just that it's an opinion that people have, and it's just a weird one. You don't think San Andreas is the best one? Alright. So, here we go. So, you first get off. It starts off with like a cutscene, right? And then the story's pretty good. I'll go over the story in a minute. So, you get a bike, right? Right after you get let off after the police car thing, and then you get to go home. You can skip that cutscene altogether, and then you can do whatever you want. You can fight somebody and take their gun and go crazy. You can take a whole bunch of cars. They added the ability to jump over walls and stuff like that, and that was pretty dope. So you can climb over houses and duck the police, or you can sneak over the airport and get a plane, alright? So, CJ was a dynamic character, okay? He had everything going for him. Alright, so his mother died, and he was in, the fictional city of Liberty City, which was New York City. But he's from Los Angeles, so he lived there for 5 years, and he had to fly back, to bury his mother, right? And then, there's a whole conspiracy, it kind of goes with the LA riots and stuff like that, and the corrupt police department. But he's no saint too. He was doing crazy stuff too. He's part of a gang called Grove Street, right? And they lost their dominance as the number one gang in Los Santos, which is pretend Los Angeles, right? So they lost that, and it's not him trying to regain prominence. It's him trying to pretty much survive and get revenge from the people who deceived him and the police. Officer Tenpenny, who was a crazy guy. He was doing some stuff he was supposed to be doing, voiced by Samuel L. Jackson. Great voice actor for that. The story's all over the place. It takes him to San Francisco, Las Vegas. You got 3 cities in that game, bro. 3 cities. You can do almost whatever. And then there's a country you can roam around in. The game wasn't too easy. It was pretty. You got a lot of challenge in it. So, you got a lot of replay value. You can ride in an 18-wheeler and do odd jobs here and there. It's easy to earn money. It had RPG elements, so you're building muscle. You go to the gym, you can get fat, and you have to maintain your health and stuff like that. It's all on you. It's not holding your hand like other GTA games. It's not holding your hand, or you're not limited to the stuff you can do, and that's what gave it its charm, which was pretty cool. That's what made the game. That's what made it just awesome. At that time, being limited, having only the power of the PS2 or Xbox, it's crazy how you got those options, especially with the limited technology in the graphics processor. Now, I'm gonna be real with you, the graphics for that time wasn't really that good. There are games that came out at that time that had decent graphics. They were not. Games at that time had decent graphics where things were very detailed, colors could pop, you can have multiple things on screen at the same time. You can tell if one thing's a person or an animal, or and stuff like that. You can tell the trees aren't like square, but that game didn't have the best graphics. But it made up for it in gameplay, which is very underrated nowadays. It's very underrated nowadays, which is, an understatement. People care about graphics way too much, where it sacrifices gameplay. People like cinematics. They like things that look like a movie rather than having gameplay that's enticing and gives you options. You don't get that anymore. And the fact that a game made in 2004 gave you all that and more tells you a lot. And I can't say enough that those times are pretty much over. Hopefully, one day we'll get to a time where people will start to see like, wow, some of these games are very empty. I want an experience that will hold my hand for me, and it will give me the options to do whatever. Like GTA 5 was awesome, but it was on the line of being super scripted. San Andreas was, things happened because it happened. It wasn't trying to tell you a huge story where this needs to happen to trigger this cutscene, this needs to happen to trigger this cutscene. No, you could do things in one or two or three specific ways, and it'll still go the same exact way. That's why you can tackle missions. You can take out somebody with a rocket launcher. You can fly in a jetpack over them and shoot their car or something like that. In San Andreas, you had their own specific. They had things in place for you to do things to keep you busy, and that's kind of my gripe I have with video games nowadays. Okay, that's kind of my gripe I have with video games nowadays. Like, I'd really like if video games would let you do your own thing. And, we were always looking towards the future for a video game like that, but we had it in GTA San Andreas. You don't have to do a single mission to have fun. Like, completing 100% of the game wasn't a chore like these newer video games, And that form of entertainment shouldn't feel like a chore. You should have fun with it. I should feel like I should want to come back to have fun, And I liked the game Last of Us, but that's what Last of Us felt like. It felt like a chore. It felt like I had to do some dishes before I could, go outside, before I could have my cake. Just like growing up. I just want to feel like, in video games, I want to feel like I have control. I want to feel like the man. I want to feel cool. I want to go through things. And CJ kind of gave you that sort of thing. You start off as a scrub, dingy-ass wife beater. He was a little skinny, He didn't have a lot of money going on. respect for them. Can you imagine not seeing your siblings for 5 years, bro? And like no form of communication. You just like you show up out of nowhere and they just blame you for your brother's death and your mother's death, stuff like that. But, it's a crappy feeling, but he redeems himself. He earns respect from his homies and his family. I just don't feel that in any other GTA game, maybe Vice City. Beat's coming out pretty nice. Also, when I play San Andreas, it feels like you're working towards something bigger every time you beat a mission, or you get another piece of property, or you move somewhere that could, you feel the opportunity. In other GTA games, maybe GTA 4, you kind of get that when you move from the Bronx into Manhattan, but that's pretty much the only time. If you're from New York, you lived in the Bronx and you moved into the city. But you in this new game in San Andreas, you feel the progression going up. You're like, okay, I'm in Los Angeles, but it's gonna get better. I'm in my old neighborhood that I lived at when I was 5, and I'm 27 at this point, but it's okay. I'm gonna move up. Then he goes into the country, and he's like, dang, man, it's a step backwards, but it's just like witness protection. Maybe in a few weeks I can move up and go somewhere else. Then he moves to San Francisco, San Fierro, right? And then he's like, okay, I have a piece of property that I can live at. Let's see what I can do with this. I'm gonna get some mechanics, maybe some guys. They can fix some cars on the side. I can pay them. Fix up this property, maybe have it as an asset. Okay. I'm gonna move on. I gotta land. I got an airstrip where I can learn how to fly a plane and do some stuff for for these guys who are extorting me. The government's extorting me. They have me on the FBI watch list, but don't worry, it's gonna get better from here. And then he becomes a mogul. He goes to Las Vegas. He owns a casino, which is pretty dope, man. He's a progression, but in every other GTA, you kind of, GTA 5, not every other one. GTA 5, you just kind of feel like, you're just going through the motions because they have their own stuff going on already. They're just trying to get richer. They're trying to get richer. Maybe Franklin, you feel with Franklin, but Franklin's smart. He's not an idiot, so he could have got himself out of this situation several times. And that's what kind of you feel something when you play San Andreas. Like, I feel like an anti-hero. I feel like I'm moving up. You know, in GTA 5, I just feel like a jerk. I feel like I'm just doing this because I just want to. I think Michael's rich enough. I think Trevor can do whatever he wants. He's rich enough, right? He can, not rich enough. He just has the wherewithal to do whatever because he's insane. And Franklin, you know, he knows how to commit crimes and stuff like that. It's just that he's smart enough to, you know, go back to school, maybe find a part-time job at the same time. I don't know, maybe start a business. He's not an idiot. He can fix cars and stuff like that. So I never felt the desperation in GTA 5, but you know, I still like that game. I appreciate it. I still play it, even though the game's 5 years old. So it's you know, it's a complicated situation, but I still find San Andreas to be the best one. And you know, it's not an unpopular opinion I have. I just think that the game kind of gets lost in there. People still talk about it, but it's not like people are saying it's the best one. I think it's the best one.